Division 2. Oh yes, I know that I'm really late with this one, but I figured that the game still deserves some attention, especially since it took so much time for me to play it that far. So Division 2 is an online action role-playing game where you basically roam around the city and accomplish missions. You play in third person, which is nicely done, shooting as well, graphics are awesome and city looks real. I mean real, considering if some sort of virus outbreak would kill everyone off, and there would be no one to clean or take care of the forestation problem in the downtown. The city is divided into zones, which are numbered with suggested level of entry. If you are under leveled, then you most probably will be taken down with a few bullets or even less. So I call them no-no zones. As this game is a multiplayer game, you can join missions hosted by other players. They can be story related, but they can be random ones as well. You can also call for help so others can aid you in your travels. The communication between players is well done, and it's easy to find consensus between other players where to go and what to do. I prefer to unblock my microphone at all times. It's just horrifying to think that I might, cough or scratch my balls or do some other weird noises whilst totally forgotten about the microphone. Division 2 is supposed to be played with other people. With other players, Division 2 becomes alive. Tactical positioning, covering each other, reviving your teammates, just, takes the action in a totally new level. To be honest, this game isn't easy, and doing the missions alone can be irritating due constantly getting killed. On few occasions I got disconnected from my team and I was left alone with a huge boss, and it took me several hours and a considerable amount of hair from the top of my head just to complete this single thing. So yeah, take notes, this is an online game. Now the story of this game is pathetic. I mean... I'm not even, sinking any deeper with this one. You basically rebuild Washington, that's all you need to know. You have several paces, you can level them up to get blueprints or better weapons and gear. Regarding the gear, you find a lot of weapons and armor parts in the world. A lot of equipping, dismantling and selling will await you in Division 2. Now overall, I really love the game. It reminds me a bit of Siphon Filter. But there are a few downsides as well. First being the difficulty when you attempt to complete the missions alone. Second and most annoying one would be the sticking to the walls. In the heat of battle, when you need to make decisive rolls to dodge the enemy that surprised you by marching in from the door you were taking cover next to. And guess what? It takes you several button smashes to get your fat ass away from the wall. And if you smash the button too much, you will get glued back to the wall! Well, the other issue that comes to mind is bugging me a bit. It's repetition. Missions tend to repeat too often, and since the story is lackluster, you feel that everything you do is simply just a copy-paste, even the locations. The real game begins after 36 hours of grind. The end game in Division 2 is great. Sadly, I didn't make it that far yet. But I had a chance to play it elsewhere. After you have taken over all the territories and finished the game basically resets by giving you a new nemesis to battle against. You need to reconquer all the areas, but this time against much smarter and more equipped enemies. This game has a lot to offer, and although a bit grindy, it's definitely better than some other shit, useless shit, and garbage that's floating around out here. I give Division 2 a 7 out of 10, and I really recommend you play it, because it's good game. You know what's ironic? That this game I spent so many hours of playing this game, and the review is one of the shorter ones I have ever done. So, yeah. I know that I didn't take a deep dive this time, I didn't show you any crafting or whatever, but sometimes just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Play this game. 7 out of 10. Krakosia, medicine for God. I hope that you enjoyed this review, and if you did, hit that like, smash that bell, and if you dare, subscribe as well. I'm Sillyllamaz, and thanks for watching. Till next time.